Subscribe to Niger's Craziest. Press the bell icon and never miss another video update.
Niger's Craziest does not have a review of any political parties, individuals, or religious group. This show is just for comedy purposes only. It might contain scenes with strong languages, strong satirical humor, links to a relative you might know, and references some may find offensive. If that kind of thing will offend you, because close your browser now and get out of here. Get out of here, man! Shit, I'm saying! Because that's what we do! Comedians are absolutely insane. That means evil.
Hello guys, welcome to this episode. In the words of Aboki, Kwandas will never end. Kwandas. Wonders will never end. So I don't know if many of you follow the story of Prophet Babatunde Alfa, popularly known as Prophet Sotitobire, who was accused of using a 1-year-old boy, missing boy, for ritual, and was sentenced to life imprisonment. A court has set him free. So in case you didn't follow the story, let me just do a quick refresher. Sotitobire pastor bags life sentence for missing child. Today, the 6th of October 2020, Prophet Sotitobire was sentenced to life imprisonment by Justice Olusegun Olushola of the Ondo State High Court over the case of the mysterious disappearance of a 1-year-old child, Gold Kolawole, in 2019. On the 10th of November 2019, the 1-year-old child, Gold Kolawole, went missing under mysterious circumstances from the Children's Department of Sotitobire's Praise Chapel, a church founded by Prophet Samuel Babatunde in Akure, Ondo State. The court found the defendant guilty of 2 counts of kidnapping, aiding and abetting kidnapping with the circumstantial evidence provided by the prosecution. It will be recalled that the mother of the missing child, Modupe Kolawole, had narrated how her child went missing from the children's department in the church with 14 caretakers. And despite all efforts made to locate the child, he was never found till date. Also, in the quest to find the missing child, the father and the grandmother were reportedly assaulted by some policemen working with the pastor. 40 days after the disappearance of Gold, the outcry of Nigerians led to the arrest of the pastor. And on the 18th of December 2019, a rumor filtered out that the body of Gold was allegedly found buried within the church premises, which made an angry mob invade the church to set it on fire. The incident spiraled out of control and led to the death of 2 persons. Several others got injured and property owned by the pastor and the church were destroyed. It was also speculated that the pastor, while in DSS custody, tried to get some influential member from his congregation to facilitate his release, an action which dampened the morale and hope of Gold's parents of getting justice for their missing child. Other defendants tried alongside the pastor are Omodora Olayinka, Margaret Oyebola, Grace Ogunjobi, Egunjobi Moratayo, and Esther. After several months of investigation, Pastor Samuel and 5 others were today sentenced to life imprisonment for the missing child. So yes, he was sentenced for the missing child after trying all means to intimidate, use the Nigerian police force as usual. You know pastors, now you know what they do. They try to intimidate, bribe their way out. He was sentenced to life imprisonment. This year, because he had money, he hired the senior advocate of Nigeria to appeal the case. Watch this little clip.
The founder of Sotitobire Prayer Center was sentenced to life imprisonment after a trial that lasted for a year for conspiracy and kidnap of 1-year-old Gold Kolawole, who got missing during a service in his church in 2019. 3 months after the conviction, Alfa Babatunde approached the Court of Appeal for a reprieve on the verdict of the State High Court that sentenced him to prison for life. The initial appeal was based on 5 grounds, but when the case for hearing, his counsel amended the appeal to include 12 other grounds. In all, Prophet Alfa filed the appeal on 17 grounds. The appellant, led by Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Adeboyega Womolo, is seeking the setting aside of the judgment of the High Court for relying on circumstantial evidence. Counsel the state government did not object the application. The court, after the application by the appellant, granted the application for amendment and asked the Ondo State government, with the respondent, to reply within 14 days.
See it, you can broadcast it.
Now, as of today, December 3rd, we are telling you that Prophet Babatunde Alfa, aka Prophet Sotitobire has been freed from prison, cleared of all charges. A court of appeal sitting in Akure, the Ondo state capital, has set aside the judgment of the state high court that sentenced the founder Sotitobire Prison Chapel, Prophet Sotitobire. An Ondo state high court had sentenced Sotitobire to life imprisonment over the disappearance of a 1-year-old boy, Gold Kolawole, in his church in 2019. The Sotitobire founder had asked the appeal court to nullify the conviction by the lower court. On Friday, the appellate court ruled that the circumstantial evidence the High Court based its judgment on is not enough to convict him. He was therefore discharged and acquitted. Justice Gamma Baka read the judgment on behalf of the judges. The Court of Appeal had said on Thursday that it would pass its ruling on the case today. Basically, they said the Ondo State High Court used circumstantial evidence to convict Sotitobire. Now, my question is, if that boy's body was found in the church, when the youths were angry, going on rampage, burning everything, and the body was found, was the body recovered? Was an autopsy done? And if so, what is the result of the autopsy? How can a parent take their child to church and the child just gets missing, just like that? And this has been an issue going on there. People have been saying, there have been whispers that there's a lot of hanky-panky ritual and things going on there. Now, who is going to give justice to the boy's parents? Little Gold, dead, no justice in the world. This is why we do what we do. Who is going to give justice to this boy's parents? The man convicted of killing their child has been set free. This is what we are saying. Justice is for the highest bidder. Justice is for... If you are saying what they convicted him on is circumstantial evidence, they said they found the boy's body. What is the autopsy report on the body? What killed? These are the questions we need to ask in this country. Because people who have money, who have power, who call themselves pastors, they can just get away with anything. They will intimidate you, use police, use all sorts of things to intimidate you. The youth got angry. I know the youth got angry and they burnt the church down. And that is what they used to say that, oh, how would they gather evidence from when everything that has been destroyed has been burnt down? That is why sometimes as youth we need to think. We just don't go as Malu, go and burn things down. Now, they can't gather any evidence. Now he has used that as a tool to say, oh, you convicted me on circumstantial evidence. I will walk free. No life sentence, no nothing. Free, just like that. There is no justice in the world. There's really no justice in the world. All I know is that the blood of the innocent child will cry out. And God, Almighty God, does not sleep. When it comes to the innocent cry of a child, God will avenge that child. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and laugh me. Follow Aboki on Instagram and follow us on our social media handles on Nigeria Craziest. Guys, I have a new channel where I talk about random things. If you love random things all over the world, please go subscribe to my channel. It's called May Your Verse. And guys, don't forget to question everything because normal is boring.